going down the hill today, down Long Ridge, on kind of a rough day. After big rains, a lot of rains. We've had so many rains in a row that we haven't been able to really work the road. For all you Tesla fans, I do have a Tesla Y, but in the winter, in mud like this, I can't drive it. So it's got so many sensors when you put on the brakes in the mud that it just starts going faster and faster. Anyway, it's one design flaw. It's not a design, I guess it's a software design flaw. Clearance wise, it would make it. But I also think Tesla should do a version of the Tesla Y that has air suspension, that you can raise the vehicle up a little bit, like the Model X. Then the other thing that they need to do on the Model Y is put a different rim on it so you can put some aggressive tires on there. Those three things, if you did those three things, altered the software a little bit, so when you brake, the car doesn't go faster on steep terrain. Raise it up so you have a little more clearance. Different rims so you can put on more aggressive tires. And the Tesla Y would become a great little off-road SUV. See, the ocean is right out there. The Pacific Ocean. Steep terrain of Big Sur. It's like, why is it so steep? Because there is so much weather that goes on that erosion happens at quite a quick pace. Keeps the terrain very, very steep. Along the Big Sur coast, if you're familiar with it at all, there's watersheds, you know, that change canyon after canyon right along the coast. All these different creeks flowing into the Pacific. Many of them, they are habitat for steelhead. Very important that we keep them open and flowing. Big log jams don't help the steelhead get up the creeks and rivers far enough to spawn. It would be a wonderful thing if we were a little bit more proactive with that. And just as the terrain in Big Sur is so diverse, from one canyon to another, south-facing hills to north-facing hills. The wildlife is diverse. Congregates in certain places. And I would say as well, people who live in Big Sur are quite diverse as well. People who live up Partington Ridge are like one little community. Pfeiffer Ridge, Clear Ridge, Long Ridge, Green Ridge, Rocky Point Creek, or Rocky Creek. All these little areas that have their own little community. What a road. live on a road like this, you don't ever feel like you need to go to Six Flags or Disney World or Disneyland or anything, because you got to ride every day going up and down this road. My friend Lucy is filming for us today. Lucy, you have anything to add?
You get used to the road. That's all I have to add. Sometimes you can't get used to the road. What about driving up the hill, whatever day it was when it was raining? Was that yesterday? That was rough. Driving up with a big load of wood in the back of the truck is a little rough. In the rain and
In
the
the
mud.
rain. Really slick. You wonder if you're going to make it up.
But we made it.
There was a time when I used to drive old Mercedes wagons that I ran on veggie oil up and down this mountain. Two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. So they were pretty good at going up the hill, actually, when it was dry. But when it would rain, when I would go in to town, and then it would rain, and I would try to get back up the hill, and it was too muddy, I couldn't get up the hill. And so I learned just to make sure I had rain gear in the car. I would park the car in some convenient place and hike up the hill. It took me about 45 minutes to hike up this mountain. And there was one time I remember quite well where I did not have a good light source. My headlamp, which was an old Petzl with those AAA batteries, 3 AAA batteries, which were close to dead. I was walking up the hill. It was in the nighttime. There was a big storm happening, so you couldn't see the stars or anything. And I was basically walking up in the pitch dark because I kept turning the light out so that when I really needed it, I would have it. Then, after hiking for 45 minutes, you get home to your dry, warm, cozy house. Having hiked through the wilderness, what it feels like in the big storms, you're going like, yes! Here's a place in the road where the road is washing out. Hopefully, we'll still have a road. Woo! There's Lucy, our photographer for the day. What?
Hanging on tight.
Hanging on tight. And here, as you can see, we are at the bottom of Long Ridge. What a road. Okay. That's going to be it for the day. Hope you have a good one. Thanks for joining.